Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the Arkin pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hopeful elect. And shalom to the Akwaf who are listening and learning, the few sisters who are listening and learning. I'm Isaiah, coming into another lesson in true facts, faith, and edification. And this is the Edomites are not done away with. Okay, the Edomites are not done away with. Thus saith the scriptures, man. Thus saith the scriptures. You got these Edomites. It's saying that the Edomites are done away with. You got Edomites that's saying the Edomites are done away with. Okay. Now, we got a lot of brothers that done did videos on this, that done did heavy breakdowns on this, okay? Very edifying lessons. So this is me doing mine, okay? Which I done did a couple other times before, but I don't know, the spirit jumped on me, and I was asleep and woke up out my sleep, and the spirit told me to do this, so I'm finna do it. Now, I've been doing a lot of reading, okay, going back and forth through these scriptures, and it clearly tells you, man, if you have an understanding, right, of these scriptures, which only the wise will have the understanding, right? We know the Edomites don't have the understanding of these scriptures, and of course they're gonna say that the Edomites are done away with because it's easier, right, to tell a lie, man. Okay, to tell a lie, you must know the truth, right? And who want to be the Edomites knowing that they're gonna be destroyed, man? I wouldn't want to be an Edomite neither, knowing that my judgment is a bonfire, man. Okay, that you're gonna be done away with. So these Edomites, what they have done, right? What the devil do to deceive people, to making that they don't exist, man. Okay, that's the number one doctrine that these devils have. The number one philosophy that the Edomites don't exist, right? And that's what the devil do, man, to deceive you, to making that he doesn't exist. But we know, according to these scriptures, that the Edomites is still here, man. Okay. Now, I'm gonna start with this precept. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 16, right? I'm gonna start with this first. And we're gonna line up all these precepts, man. We're gonna line up all these precepts because see, these devils got people believing that they don't exist, man. But according to these scriptures, okay, which is our history, our book, the Edomites are still here today, man. So this is Ecclesiastes 4 and 16. I'm gonna start with this because this is key, man. Okay? It reads, I'm gonna start at verse 15. Ecclesiastes 4 and 16. I consider all the living which walk under the sun. This is Solomon now, the wisest king on the planet. You got to understand this. And only the spiritual eye will understand this and get this, okay? That's first and foremost. It reads, I consider all the living which walk under the sun. All the living, okay? Israelites, Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites, okay? Hamites, Elamites, Ishmaelites, everybody, man. This is what Solomon's saying. Ecclesiastes 4 and 15. I consider all the living which walk under the sun, everybody, all 18 nations, okay? With the second child that shall stand up in his stead, right? Generation to generation to generation, right? Through the lineage of the father. because the man chose to seed, right? Verse 16. I'm going to read 15 again. I consider all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people. There is no end of all the people. Okay? Even of all that have been before them, they also that shall come after not rejoice in him. Because they're talking about who? The Edomites. Because his seed ain't going to rejoice when they know the truth that they're going to be destroyed at the end time. Okay? Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. One more time before I move on to the other precepts. Ecclesiastes 4 and 15. I consider all the living which walk under the sun, all 18 nations, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. Right? There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Why? Because you got to come back and serve out your punishment. If you was wicked, you're going to come back and be wicked. If you was righteous, you're going to come back and be righteous. But you still, as the elect, the Israelites, you still got to come in your captivity. So they say all that come after him shall not rejoice in him. Why? Because you come back, to serve out the punishment, man. But in the end, salvation for the elect and destruction for everybody else. Surely this is also vanity and vexation of spirit. So understanding the word, the way of the Lord, which you 2/3 and you heathen nations will never understand, okay? Hey, watching the Elder video, man, from South Carolina, Elder Manatha Zakbar, you would not understand the ways of the Lord, man. Okay? His thoughts are not your thoughts. But he clearly tells you there's no end of all the people. So if the Edomites are done away with, who the hell are these leprous people that's on the earth today, man? Who are they, man? Who are these red people on the earth today? Are they not the Hebrew Edomites, man? Now, let's go and deal with this. This is 1 Kings chapter 11, and I'm going to start at 14, right? And the Lord stirred up an adversary unto Solomon. It say, Hadad, the Edomite, right? He was of the king's seed in Edom. For it came to pass when David was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of hosts, was gone up to bury the slain after he had smitten every male in Edom. Now this say Joab had killed all the Edomites. It say every male. Okay, a woman doesn't have a seed. So if it's telling you right here that Joab slay all the Edomites, that means they be done away with, right? Let's read on. For it came to pass when David was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of the host, was gone up to bury the slain, and he had smitten every male in Edom. Okay? It said for 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel until he had cut off every male in Edom. Then Hadad, now if he killed every Edomite, okay, why does the next verse 17, then Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him. So obviously, Edomites got away. It's telling you plainly, man. Okay, it said Hadad fled, he and certain Edomites of his father's servants with him to go into Egypt. Hadad being yet a little child. Okay? Now, when you jump down, right, you can read the whole thing, man. Okay? Now it say, I'm read verse 23, and God stirred him up another adversary. It say Rezon, the son of Eliada, which fled from his lord Hadad. It say Hadadezer, king of Zabah. Okay, now when you jump down to 25, because this is my point, proving that the Edomites are not done away with, man. But this is 1 Kings 11:25. And he was an adversary to Israel all the days of Solomon, beside the mischief that Hadad did, and he abhorred Israel and reigned over Syria. Okay, so Hadad fled, went into Egypt, right? So when you read the story, when Hadad told Pharaoh, king of Egypt, because he went there and he grabbed Pharaoh's daughter, right? Married his daughter, whatever. And they tell you that he went back and he was the king over Syria. Now, when you go to let's go to 1 Kings 15, right? This is what 1 Kings 15 say. Now, this is the time of Azar, right? This is 1 Kings chapter 15 and 11. Now verse 9. And in the 20th year of Jeroboam, king of Israel, reigned Asa over Judah. Okay? This is about Azar. Verse 11. And Asa did that which was right in the eyes of the Lord Yahweh, as did David his father. Right? Now, we're going to jump down to verse 18. Then Asa took all the silver and gold that were left in the treasures of the house of the Lord and the treasures of the king's house, and delivered them into the hand of his servant. And King Asa sent them to Ben-Hadad, right? Hadad, right? It says something to Ben-Hadad, the son of Tariman, the son of Hazael, king of Syria, that dwelt at Damascus, right? Saying, there is a league between me and thee, and between my father and thy father. Behold, I have sent unto thee a present of silver and gold. Come and break the league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me. So the point I'm reading is, Hadad had fled to Syria, right? He was king in Syria. Now it say, and King Asa sent them to Ben-Hadad, right? It say Ben-Hadad, but Ben-Hadad means son of Hadad, right? This is Ben-Hadad, son of Hadad, okay? So showing you Hadad fled to Syria and he became king over Syria, okay? Now, I jumped through the scriptures and I read from right here to 1 Kings 11, okay, 1 Kings 11 through the 1 Kings 15, okay, all the way to 2nd Chronicles, man, okay? Reading these stories, and these is fire stories, man. Listen, now when you go to 2nd Kings, you start at chapter 20, right? Just to prove this point. Because people think the Edomites are done away with, and the scripture clearly tell you that the Edomites are still here today, man. Now this is 2nd Chronicles chapter 20. And it reads, and it came to pass, 2nd Chronicles 20:1. And it came to pass after this also, that the children of Moab and the children of Ammon, and with them others beside the Ammonites, came against Jehoshaphat to battle. Okay? Now listen. Then there came some that told Jehoshaphat, saying, there cometh a great multitude against thee from beyond the sea on this side, Syria, and behold, they be it's a Hazar son Tamar, which Egedai. It saying Jehoshaphat feared and set himself to seek the Lord Yahweh and proclaimed a fast throughout all Judah. Right? Now, just get to understand the point. Now, when you jump down to verse 10, this is what it reads. And now, behold, the children of Ammon and Moab and Mount Seir. Now, hold on. Hold on. I thought that Joab killed all the Edomites. Okay? But then Hadad fled it, and some of the men of his house, right? Hadad fled it. Salaki. Hadad fled to Egypt, right? Then it say he left Egypt and came back into Syria, Damascus, right? And he became king over Syria, okay? It said now, is 2nd Chronicles 20 and 10, and now behold, the children of Ammon and Moab and Mount Seir, whom thou wouldest not let Israel invade. That's when we came out of Egypt and we came past their land. When they came out of the land of Egypt, but they turned from them and destroyed them not. Now hold, right here, okay? It say Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, man, right? Now let's go a little further. When you go to Second Chronicles, 25, right? And it say, let me see, Second Chronicles 25 and 11, right? And I say, and Amaziah strengthened himself and led forth his people and went to the valley of Salt and smote of the children of Seir 10,000, right? And other 10,000 left alive did the children of Judah carry away captive and brought them unto the top of the rock and cast them down from the top of the rock, that they all were broken in pieces, right? But the soldiers of the armies which Amaziah sent back, that they should not go with him to battle, fell upon the cities of Judah from Samaria even unto Betharon, and smote 3,000 of them, and took much spoil. Now it came to pass after the Amaziah was come from the slaughter of the Edomites, right, that he brought the gods of their children of Seir and set them up to be his gods, and bowed down himself before them and burnt incense unto them. Okay. Now when you read this, it tell you that Edomite had their own gods, man. Okay, that's a whole nother cut about uh the gods of the Edomites, man. Okay, Caesar Borgia, Serapis Christus, Quas, they got their own gods, but they the point of this lesson. So this is verse 15. Whereof the anger, it said, wherefore the anger of the Lord Yahweh was kindled against Amaziah, and he sent unto him a prophet, which said to him, why hast thou sought after the gods of the people, which could not deliver their own people out of thy hand? Why is you worshiping these false gods? And it came to pass, as he talked with him, that the king said unto him, art thou made of the king's counsel? Forbear, why shouldest thou be smitten? Then the prophet forbare and said, I know that power have determined to destroy thee, because thou hast done this, and hast not hearkened unto my counsel. Right? Now verse 19 say, thou sayest, lo, thou hast smitten the Edomites, and thy heart lifted thee up to boast. Abide now home, why shouldest thy meddle to thy heart, that shouldest thy fall, even thou in Judah with thee, right? But Amaziah would not hear, for it came to power that he may deliver them into the hand of their enemies, because they sought after the gods of Edom, right? So just showing you that the Edomites, after Joab had, it say he smote every male in Edom, but only fled was Hadad and some of the men of his kings of his father's house, right? Now, this Second Chronicles 28 and verse 17, and it reads, for again the Edomites had come and smitten Judah and carried away captive. How the hell can the Edomites smite Judah if it just tell you in Second Chronicles 25 that Amaziah had killed the Edomites? Where they come from? Was the women pregnant already? The Edomite males that they killed, well, did they already impregnate their wives? Listen, man, you peoples don't gotta understand. Don't understand, man? Okay, the Lord leaves back a remnant of people out of the nations, man. Okay, to continue through history, man. Okay, cause prophecy have to be fulfilled, man. Don't Second Ezra 6 and 9 say Esau is the end of the world, right? If Esau is the end of the world, how the hell can they be done away with, man? Now, listen to this. It say for again, the Edomites had come and smitten Judah and carried away captive. Now watch this. Now when you go to when you go to Maccabees, right? This is what it say. This is our first Maccabees Is it 5? I think it's First Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 3, right? Remember this. Second Chronicles 28:17. For again the Edomites had come and smitten Judah and carried away captives, right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi. Now, this verse 28 in Second Chronicles. Verse 25 is said that Amaziah had slaughtered the Edomites. Okay? Him and the men of Judah. But right here, verse 28 say, for again the Edomites had come and smitten Judah and carried away captive. Now here we go, fast forward, which I'm going back and forth. Here we go, fast forward to First Maccabees. This is what Judas did. First Maccabees chapter 5, verse 2. Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. Verse 3. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arabbathaim, because they besieged Israel and gave them a great overthrow and abated their courage and took their spoils. Okay? So Judas did what? It say, then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arabbathaim, right? At Arabbathaim, and took the spoils back, man. Okay, tell you that he took the spoils back. Now, let's move on. Showing you, listen, these Edomites cannot be done away with, man, until the Lord will is finished, man. Don't it say in Luke 21 and 24 that Jerusalem shall be trodden down till the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled, man? Okay? Until the time of the Gentiles are fulfilled, man. Now, let's go a little further, right? Let's go to Esther. Cause see, you peoples is lost in the sauce, man. Now you got Esther, right? This is the book of Esther. Let's read Esther chapter 9, verse 23. And it reads, and the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, which was an Edomite. Okay, now this is way from Chronicles and Kings all the way to Esther. The Edomites is still running around in the earth. It said, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, had devised against the Jews to destroy them and had cast pur, that is the lot, to consume them and destroy them, right? Now Haman, right? When you read in Esther, the rest of Esther is left off in the Apocrypha. Now, let's go to that real quick. Because it's talking about Haman, which was an Agagite, which is a Edomite. Okay? Go look it up, man. Do some research. Now, proving you that Esther and the Bible, okay, the Apocrypha was part of the Bible, but the Edomites took it out so they can try to cover up who they really is, man. This is Esther and the Apocrypha. This is the rest of Esther. Chapter 16, verse 1. It said, a great king Artaxerxes unto the princes and governors of 170 and 20 provinces from India unto Ethiopia, and to all our faithful subjects, greeting. It said from India to Ethiopia. Now listen to this. This is the book of Esther in the Bible, chapter 1, verse 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, it say, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, okay, over 170 and 20 provinces. I just read the same thing to you in the Apocrypha, man. Okay, Now, getting to the point. This is Esther chapter 2, verse 5. Now, the Shushan, the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jael, the son of, it's a Shemiel, the son of Kish, a Benjamite. Okay? A Benjamite. I just read to you in Esther 9:23 because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews, which we know as who? The Edomites. They always been enemies, okay? They always been enemies. Now here you go in Esther, the rest of Esther chapter 16, verse 10, it said, for Haman, a Macedonian, the son of Hammedatha, which I just read to you in Esther, being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood, meaning he wasn't a Persian, and far distant from our goodness, he wasn't an Israelite, and as a stranger received of us. He's an Edomite. Okay? Haman, right? It said Haman the Macedonian. Now, when you go to First Maccabees 1:1, what does it say? Let's read it. First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, man. They was Edomites. They took over those lands, man. Okay? Now, from 1 Kings 11, when it said that Joab slaughtered the Edomites, to 2 Chronicles, when Amaziah slaughtered the Edomites, right? How the hell you go in Esther and you still got Haman the Agagite, a Edomite? How is this possible if the Edomites are done away with? Now, let's fast forward some more. Now you're going to jump to what's this guy name? What did the Lord say in Job 9:24? The earth was given to the hand of the wicked, right? The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. So the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. What does that mean? The wicked is going to control the entire planet. Whose face is on the money? Edomite face is on the money, man. Okay? The earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Now, according to Malachi chapter 1, we know the wicked is who? Edomites, right? That's what the Bible say. This is the words of the Lord. If you don't believe this, then that's your fault, man. Okay? That's your own logic. It doesn't matter. It's not important because Proverbs 3:5 say what? Lean not unto your own understanding, right? You got to trust in the Heavenly Father understanding. Matter of fact, let me read that. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord, Yahweh, with all thine heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding, right? So you trust in your own understanding, you a fool, man. You are a fool. Oh, what's that verse? It's a let me see if I can find it real quick. It said there is a way that seemeth right to a man, right? But the end thereof, right here it go. Proverbs 16:25. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death, man. Okay, so if you live in your own understanding, man, you're a fool, man. You stupid, man. Point blank, period, man. Okay? Because the Lord gave us, what did Proverbs 15:4, Romans 15:4. The scriptures were written aforetime ago for our learning, man. Okay? Through comfort and patience, the scripture might have hope. So we understand these scriptures is accurate, man. On every level, man. Okay? You don't got to go into all these other books. The scriptures is accurate, man. The Edomites are not done away with. The Lord said there is no end of all the people. If you don't understand this, you are a fool, man. You are stupid. Okay? That means you trust in your own understanding, man. Okay? Which is nothing, man. The Lord said he made wisdom of this world foolishness, man. Okay? And if you don't believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you might well kill yourself, man. You a fool. You stupid. You know of nothing, man. Okay? The Lord say, what it'll tell you when Jeremiah 17:9, man. The heart is wicked, okay? Deceitfully wicked, man. And you know of nothing. The Lord He gave you the blueprint. But Jake want to go outside the blueprint and do and follow other books, man. The Edomites want to go outside the blueprint and follow, which we know they can't get it, but they know. Now, what you people don't understand is the elites. They know that they're Edomites. It's you Jakes out here that don't know, man, and it's these regular peon Edomites who don't know. No one cares about that, man. Okay. This is being pushed into the ears of the Edomites, man, to the elites, because they know they're Edomites and they're going to be done away with. That's why they're going to come down with great wrath on you devils, man, on you 2/3, okay? Because they know they're Edomites and their time running short, man. They know they got a cap on their rulership, man. They know that, okay? So understand the Lord deal with prophecy, man. And what does prophecy say? Esau is the end of the world, man. Meaning what? They're going to be in rulership when Yahushua returns to bring salvation to the elect, man. That's prophecy. You can't get around prophecy, man. Right? Job 9:24 said the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, man. It's Taywins in Revelation 20 that they was going to be, Revelation 27, that they was going to be loose for a little season to go out to deceive the nations. So the number one thing that the Edomites did was convince the world that the devil doesn't exist, man. Okay? Convince the world that the Edomites are done away with. If the Edomites are done away with, then who the hell is these Romans that took over the land from the Japhetic people? Who is these Greeks that took over the land from the real Grecians, from the real Greeks? Okay? Who is these people, man? Who are they? Where they come from? Mount Seir wasn't even their land, man. They took that over from the damn Hamites, man. Okay? They took that land. Okay, from the Horites and the Amorites. Okay, the Jebusites, the Perizzites. They took them lands from Hamite nations, man. Okay, they took Mount Seir, man. These devils, that's what the Lord said, they are bastards. If you understand about Cain, it said they shall dwell in the land of Nod. When you look up the damn word of Nod, it means wandering, man. The Edomites didn't have no place, man. They are bastards. They have nothing. Everything they have today, they have stolen it, man. They have stolen it from other nations, man. They have nothing because they are the seeds of Cain, man. Okay? They are just wanderers. And what do wanderers do? They wander and they build and they wander and move around and take customs, man. Because they don't have no place to live, man. Okay? They heathens. They are bastards. They don't have nothing. So what they've been doing is covering up who they are through generation, man, to portray themselves as another nation because they want to be anybody except the Edomites, man. Who want to be an Edomite, man? Knowing what the scriptures say, the Edomites gonna be done away with. Okay? When Yahushua return, they're gonna be done away with. Not because you Edomites say the Edomites are done away with. It's when Yahushua return, the Edomites shall be done away with. Okay? Now, going from Joab, who King David set up, right, to be his right-hand man in slaying the Edomites, to Amaziah, right, slaying the Edomites, to the Edomites in 2 Chronicles 28, they took down Israelites because what? It tell you when the curses, it tell you in Genesis 27 that they was gonna break the yoke. When did they break the yoke? When Solomon went off, man. Okay, Solomon went off, and the Lord said he set up an Edomite against Solomon. Hey, Dad, right? And that's what happened. That's when the yoke was broke, man. Okay, because they was in rule, they was under submission under King David, man. King David put garrisons all through Edom, man. Okay, and every other Moabite and Ammonite everywhere, man. Okay, so they broke that yoke when Solomon stopped worshiping the gods of those women. Okay, so the Lord broke that yoke. And that's when Edomites started to get dominion, and that's when their beginning started. And then their first beginning of real dominion with Alexander the Great, man. Okay? But showing you how the Edomites have always been through the scriptures, man. Now let's move forward. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, right? Now, who was Herod, man? Herod was an Edomite. Okay? Go look it up, man. Who was Pontius Pilate, man? Was he not an Edomite? He was an Edomite, man. Go look it up, man. Go do your own research. Okay? It was Edomites, man. The Edomites are not done away with. Who are the Romans? The Romans were Edomites. That's what Pontius Pilate. Okay? You got Herod, right? Edomites, man. They have always been here. The Lord, I read to you in Ecclesiastes 4:16, there is no end of all the people, man. Right? And to that end of the people, how through the whole scriptures, the Edomites is everywhere, man. Okay? They're everywhere. They all over the scriptures. Revelation 17:18 tell you what, man? Babylon the Great, right? Don't Psalm 137 tell you that the Edomites is known as the virgin daughters of Babylon? Okay, Isaiah 47. So from Psalms 137 and 7 and 8, it tell you about the daughters of Babylon, right? Edomites. So Isaiah 47 and 1. All the way through Jeremiah. Okay, Jeremiah. Lamentation. Don't it say rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom? That's Lamentations. Okay? So Lamentations, the last book of the Old Testament is what? Malachi. Right? Don't it say in Malachi 1 and 3? Right? Malachi chapter 1 that he hate Esau, right? And lay his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness, right? And they are the territory of wickedness, the border of wickedness, which is territory, right? Ain't they in the 76 countries destroying, taking over? Don't they rule in the land of Israel right now? Okay? The Amalekites, hey, when you read Ezekiel 36, okay? Ezekiel 36, right? Ezekiel 36 and 5. That's what it say. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen, and against all Idumea, which is the Greek word for Edom, which have appointed my land into their possession with the joy of all their hearts, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. Who's in the land of Israel right now? Edomites, man. Didn't he say in Zechariah 9 and 6 that a bastard shall dwell in Ashdod? Who is the bastards? That's in Ashdod. Edomites, man. Okay? When you go to Psalms 79 and 1, what does it say, man? You people can't be this simple, man. Psalm 79 and 1. O power, the heathen are coming to thy inheritance. The holy temple have they defiled. They have laid Jerusalem on heaps. Okay? Isaiah chapter 1 verse 7. Your country is desolate. Your cities are burnt with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate and overthrown by strangers. Who are they talking about? Who's in the land of Israel? Edomites. Okay? Let's go to Luke, man. Luke 21 and 24. What does it say? And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the time of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Right? What does 2 Thessalonians say, man? Let's read it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that they shall not come, except they come falling away first, us forgetting who we were, going into slavery. right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Perdition is what, man? Destruction, right? It said a man of sin. Who's the man of sin on earth today? Them that the earth was given to, right? The Edomites. They have changed all the laws of the Lord, man. Broken all the covenants, okay? They changed all the laws, man. They are the men of sin. They have promoted bestiality. They passed the law for bestiality, man. Okay? Right now, in 15, 20 cities, man, you could do bestiality, man. Okay? The LGBTQP, they done passed all these laws. They just passed these laws a couple months ago. The LGBTQP Equity Act, man. Okay? He's the man of sin. He's broken all the laws of the Lord, man. And you still saying this ain't the people? Okay? It's verse 4 said, who opposed him exalted himself above all that is called God. Who covered the faces of the earth? Who the earth was given to the hand of the wicked, and he covered the face of the judges. It say, who opposed him exalted himself above all that is called God, man. Who covered the face of the judges, saying that the Lord is a so-called white man? Who did this? The Edomites, the so-called white man. Right? It say, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, man. Who the hell is doing this, man? You don't got Africans doing this. You don't got Chinese and Japanese doing this. You don't got Arabs doing this. You don't got the East Indian doing this. You don't got Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You don't got Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans doing this. Edomites is doing this, man. The so-called white man. And if you can't see that the so-called white man is the one to control the earth, you a fool, man. You are stupid, man. Okay? And you are of your father the devil, man. And you Edomites you are literally the physical seeds of Satan, man. Thus saith the Lord. Go read Genesis 3 and 15, man. Okay? The Lord told Satan that we would put enmity between the Israelites and the Edomites, man. Thus saith the Bible, man. Who controlled the earth, man? That's why Revelation 17 tell you what, man. You Edomites, that's what I tell you in Jeremiah 51. You have made the whole earth drunken with your philosophies, man. It said, therefore the nations are mad, man. Okay? You even got the Edomites in Great Britain mad at you, man. The Russian Edomites pissed off with you, man. Okay? But you are the Edomites, man. Thus saith the scriptures, man. And if you don't believe this, you're going to be destroyed, man. If you don't understand how the Lord works, you're a fool, man. Because the Lord does not do away with a nation. All prophecy has to be fulfilled until that happen, man. This is Obadiah. Let's go to Obadiah chapter 1. Right? The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, concerning Edom. Okay? Concerning Edom. This is future prophecy. Future tense, man. It said concerning Edom. It don't say concerned. It say concerning, man. Now, I have made thee small among the heathen that are greatly despised. The Amalekites are the smallest, man, of all the heathen, man. Okay, Amalek, the chief house of Edom, man. Okay, they are the chief house of Edom, man. Now, do they call themselves the Amalekites over there in Israel, right? Amalek. This is Genesis 36 in verse let me see, the 12. Genesis 36 and 12, right? It say, and the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zephor, and Gatham, and Kenos, and Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife. Amalek, right? What does the Lord say about Amalek, man? Let me see if I can get it real quick. if I ain't mistaken. It's let me see. It may be back in. Gotta go back a little bit. So I'm gonna get the one in Numbers. I think it's in Numbers if I ain't mistaken. Cause these are all future prophecies, man. Right? This is Numbers 24 and verse 20. Right? And it reads, "And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever." Amalek was the first of the nations, man. Okay? Who was the first to take over Israel? Amalek. They are the ones who was in that land, man. Okay? Again, read again. This is Numbers 23, and I'm gonna start at 18, and it reads, "And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly," right? "Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth for the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever." Okay? Amalek, man. Amalek is going to be destroyed, man. Amalek is what? The chief house of Edom, man. That's what the Lord said. They was the first of the nations, man. Okay? Because Amalek is the ones who control the entire planet, man. That's why the Lord got that judgment against Amalek, man. They control the entire planet, man. That's what the Lord said it is. This is Numbers 22. It's like Numbers 23 and 2. "A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of the Lord," man. Okay? Say bastard. Why does it say that, man? Because these devils is already in the land defiling it, man. They the one that's in the land defiling our land, man. Right now today. Okay? I was looking for another precept about these damn gutter rats, man. But so when you go from Kings, right? When you go from Kings, First Kings 11, and from David, from Solomon, yeah, from David having this guy Joab, right? A matter of fact, what was this? Solomon, Salakia. Yeah, from David having this guy set up to slaughter the Edomites, right? Then after Solomon did what he did, it said David had all the Edomites done away with. So you go from there to Second Chronicles, right, to the Edomites being killed. Then you move on. You go all the way to Esther, right, all the way through the Apocrypha. Then you got all of a sudden, here you go, Yahweh on the scene. Here go Pontius Pilate, right? Here you got, before Pontius Pilate, you got Herod, right? Who had John the Baptist's head cut off, right? At his birthday, which on the heathen custom, only heathens celebrate their damn birthdays, right? In the ancient time. So you got all these things all the way to Pontius Pilate, right? Having Yahushua crucified. All the way to Revelation 17, telling you that the Edomites was the one that gonna control the entire planet, right? Roman Empire being revised, which is North America, Babylon the Great, right? Which is the harlot that sits on the scarlet colored beast. Scarlet colored beast is EU and NATO. Who controls that? North America, right? Babylon the Great. Through who? Great Britain, which is Edomites. But the Edomites done away with. But the Lord say there is no end of all the people, man. So you people done lost your damn mind, man. Okay? You people just bugged out, man. The scriptures clearly tell you the Edomites are still on the earth, man. Who faces on the money? Hey, the same thing Yahushua. What did Yahushua say? Whose face is on the coin, man? Didn't they say Caesar? Right? Whose face is on the coins today, man? Whose face is on the money today? Is it not the Caesars, man? Is it not the Edomites? The same ones that been ruling the earth, to Alexander the Greek, which they fought for 1,000 years, but to tell you that they was going to come back in the rulership, man. Okay? After 1,000 years, which that's when 1,000 years when we ruled the earth, right? That the Edomites going to come back in the rulership and deceive the nations, man. Right? Until what? They was going to deceive the nations until the time of the Gentile be fulfilled, man. But Yahweh put the spirit in the earth, right? Son and son Yahushua, right? And through Yahushua, he left a comforter, man. He sent the comforter, okay? To what? So we'll know who the man of sin is, right? That he must be revealed in his time, man. The man of sin, the son of perdition. So going back real quick to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, right? Verse 8. It say, even him, let me read verse 8. Yeah, verse 8 say, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And that's what's going on now with the prophet. The Lord raised up his elect men. He said he was going to raise up men in the last days, right? And shall destroy the brightness of his coming. That Yahweh shall come back with the chariots, right? Verse 9 say, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. Okay? It's saying, and with all deceivableness, man. These Edomites is deceiving the earth on every level, man. It tell you Revelation 27 that he was going to be loosed a little seed to go out to deceive the nations that were in the four corners of the earth, man. With all deceivableness, man. And the best thing the Edomite did is convince you that the devil is not real and the Edomites are done away with, man. But they're not done away with. They here today, man. Okay? These same red Hebrew Edomites, man. Hey, so with that, gotta give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakorash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth throughout the four ends of the earth. Wake up the hopefully leg. Amen. That's your enemy. And if you don't separate from him, you're going to be destroyed, man. Thus saith the Lord. Okay? Read the scriptures, man. Isaiah 13 and 15, man. If you don't separate yourselves from these Edomites, you're going to die with them, man. Because they are your enemy. Shalom.